And we're recording here. Quick quiz. Which of these actors has played a vampire? If you picked Robert Pattinson, you are incorrect. Edward Cullen is a mockery of vampire lore. It would be best to describe that character as a superhero. While Timmy Chambray's character in Bones and All more closely adheres to literary vampiric norms. Where's the rotation lock on this thing? Vampires appear in oral tradition of antiquity all over the world. Generally, they're a type of revenant or malevolent spirit that possesses dead corpse. They feed on blood and flesh, and were often synonymous with the devil. John Polidori first canonized this folklore in prose with The Vampire in 1819. This was written for the same contest as Mary Shelley's Frankenstein and asked, what if reanimated corpses were hot, sexy, and also based on my friend Lord Byron? Lord Byron thought this was a little weird. The Vampire, with a Y, went viral and spawned a new genre which culminated with Bram Stoker's Dracula, which set the blueprint going forward. Vampires were seductive bloodsuckers that slept in grave dirt and hated the sun and had supernatural powers over creatures of the night. In a word, monsters. Let me fact check this. Along came Anne Rice. She started asking very important questions with Interview with the Vampire. Questions like, can we make vampires even more hot, sexy, and maybe even gay? Someone hasn't read Carmilla. And can Jesus Christ still love me if I'm a horny, sexy, gay vampire? Have you heard of transubstantiation? But most importantly, can I, a former human, live with myself if I must subsist on others' lives to prolong my own? We're not discussing colonialism right now. And that's a fascinating question that produced a wealth of excellent villains, monsters, and anti-heroes. Rice innovated on the traditional vampire mythos with the reluctant vampire, a humanized demon tormented by the consequences of its lust for blood. Is it better to live or die, embrace the murderous lifestyle, or seek out solutions for an ethical existence? It went downhill from here. Thank you, Stephanie Meyer. People wanted all the hot, sexy, and gay without the damsels and morally distressing murder. So stories were made of good vampires that you could fall in love with, marry, and f*** without the danger of dying. And you can even safely become one with all those pesky moral dilemmas because you could just drink from a consenting party, or drink artificial blood, or animal blood. Great, right? Wrong, because all the stakes are gone. I am not apologizing for that pun. Risk was removed. Drinking blood ostensibly reduced to a quirky trait, which is fine, I guess, if you want to be boring. In my opinion, vampires need to be monstrous or struggling with a moral dilemma. There cannot be an easy way out. Otherwise, it's just cosplay. Where the fuck am I? You're probably asking why Timbo... Well, why is the script still in all caps? You're probably asking why Timbo, going from eating peaches and Call Me By Your Name to eating peaches and Bones and All, has anything to do with vampires. Stone fruit to human asses. In a cannibal way, not a sex way. Please laugh. I noticed a trend starting with Tokyo Ghoul. The protagonist in this manga is infected by the tissue of a humanoid creature called a ghoul, and discovered to his horror that he must eat human flesh to survive, which causes him to question whether he even has the right to live. Intriguing. In Demon Slayer, the protagonist's family is slaughtered by flesh-eating demons. Only his sister survives, but she is infected during the attack and is transformed into a carnivorous monster vulnerable to sunlight. Through the power of love, she prevents herself from eating her brother, and they set out on an adventure for a cure. Fascinating. Then the earth shook, and Rice wept, and Stoker howled in his grave with the release of Raw. Julia Ducournau?
Julia Ducournau.
That can't be right.
Julia Ducournau.
Julia Ducournau. Wait, what the fuck? Why did I know she was so hot? Julia Ducournau did the impossible and gave us horny, sexy cannibals. The new vampire. Ra reintroduced to the world a monstrous appetite with dramatic ethical implications, only instead of human blood, it was human flesh. Tokyo Ghoul, Demon Slayer, Ra, and later Bones and All brought back the central question that contemporary popular vampirism discarded. Can I justify my existence while subsisting on the lives of others? By upping the ante from blood to flesh, the loopholes that created the good vampire are eliminated, and we are forced to accept that vampires must take life to have life. The vampire is dead. Long live the vampire. In conclusion, I'm writing a vampire script myself, and if you'd be willing to read